Deep consciousness and deep physics of existence meet. They meet daily. Deep consciousness is in a state of deep fear. The fear is not so much a fear of death but a fear of non-existence. The fear seeks assurance or quenching. It calculates that observance from another mind imputes assurance which translates into existence for a little while longer. The distant and observant mind of the other indeed imputes this physics, physically in the elemental layers and psychologically, a necessary narcissistic reassurance. In the spiritual world thoughts and being take shape, and here the deep fear of being or not being from the consciousness also takes shape, and given the terrible distortion of its state, the human from this angle does not even look like a human, but rather a dark circular cloud, a radiance that outputs its desire and insistence. It wants to be looked at. On television and media humans trade with their faces. A face here and there, faces all over the places. The face is the trading point to be noticed in order to be. On another note, there is a place in the mind where the exquisite self can be in purity and being. The true self there does not talk very much. In some sense it is a place where the self roams or stands without words. It is implicit in this state because too much talking spills the self out. If we are not careful, the self pours out accidentally within words to others, and then we lose the secret chamber, which I think is the chamber of the Hebrew letter Samek for those interested in that area. Because the mind of the brain no longer thinks through the process of the quiet chamber without words, it thinks its thought through the secondary processor of automations, thought after thought. Because the chamber had its border broken by pain, a new structure, which is a false structure, is incorporated into the mind of the brain. This structure likes to talk in words. Internal dialogue in the mind becomes defensive and uses dialogue to others as the means to defend, and uses insults and gossip as the apparent weapon, to hurt so as to not to hurt. So there is a false microspeaker in the mind, it talks badly about other people, it is not even the real person anymore. The broken self, in its darkness, entangles with everything, every thought, every judgment, every accusation, every passion. It sends out its string and entangles with things in the cosmos, underworlds, sublayers, the blood veins of the soul into the cosmos, and is accessible by dark beings there and aliens. So sanctification, a border, a quarantine, is necessary for us in the light, and there are places which are spiritual places wherein we can go with our mind, and going there disconnects us from the entanglement. As I had sensed inside me, the Lord Himself said to me, purity is a dimension as well. There is a place, I can't quite say it is heaven, but we can say it is heavenly, a dimension, a place where purity and peace are. In our faith and with imagination we can go there for a little bit, because the entangled strings, however they work, need time to wither.